notice. So that is welcomed by many people. And presently, what happened now is like maybe Vijay's government is getting pressure from the coalition parties like say Congress or Communists. So that is why they have to give support to their coalition partners' mindset. So they are like presently allowing the protest to happen. But I don't know whether which will continue, because we have problems with examinations and various other problems which is happening or which has happened in the state also. So like Kerala, like Jharkhand. So initially they rolled out a notice which says like we are banning CJP or any other organizations which is not registered. So maybe that is the problem. And then now, based on like the support from the coalition partners, now they have to like give something for their coalition partners. Now they are revoking the ban. So that is what is happening in that state.
Okay, all right. Let me bring in Vijay Mallangi into the conversation then, who's the CJP media lead and South Zone in charge. Mr. Mallangi, there are certain charges now against the CJP, which is, defining itself as a youth movement, but it is being associated with certain youth wings of political parties that have been active in India for decades now. So essentially what the CJP is doing is not something new, but of course it's giving, as you say, a voice to the youth. But the charges then against the CJP are that earlier it was the left organizations and now it's political organizations like the CJP that are using mobilization of the youth as a way to push their own political agendas and political narratives against governments. How does the CJP respond to this charge?
So, what was the political narrative and agenda that we ran for the last 2 weeks, or let's say for the last 10 days? The narrative and the agenda we ran was to fix our schools. I don't think anybody would have any problem with this. We started visiting school. We started bringing school infrastructure back to the nation's discussion. This was missing for the past 20 odd years. Nobody even bothered. We were all caught up with what this minister had said and what this remark had made. But we forgot what the youth are being, and the students are being deprived of. And this is the agenda that we have, and this is what we wanted to take it forward. And it's very surprising that the governments are now issuing orders. Let it be the Tamil Nadu government, which has, of course, taken it back. But there's also been an order from Rajasthan and a couple of other states we are learning that they don't want us to enter schools. By us, I mean anybody to enter schools, which is quite odd for me that if the schools are so good, if the governments have done so well, they should be, in fact, inviting people so that the world knows the kind of infrastructure that the governments have provided. But rather, they're defying people, they're denying people entry into public in schools. So this kind of attitude is not going to lead us to any good. And we want the governments, and I'm happy that the Tamil Nadu government has taken its decision back. It was quite surprising, but yes, I believe they have elected the new government with some kind of hope and a change that they all aspired for. And they should, even going forward, the Tamil Nadu government, I hope from them is sense should prevail and they should not have any restrictions on free speech or curb dissent in their state.
Okay, on that note, Mr. Mallangi, I would also like to then know from you. Like I said, the charge is that there is no genuine way in which students or youth problems are being solved, but it's simply, the platform is being used to push a certain narrative, like I said. But at the same time, we've just heard, for example, the J&K chief minister, there's a video that's gone viral of a girl who's again saying, something has happened, and she's talking about being Gen Z, and he's in very clear words said that, listen, all the goodwill that the Gen Z have garnered in the last 3 to 4 weeks, it now seems that they will start losing that goodwill because people have started using this more as a threat. How does the CJP view this sort of a debate that is now going on online? Yes, you did give a voice to the youth, and of course, the government moved, the government came into conversation, and your demands were met. But at the same time, several people are now feeling that this whole tag of we are Gen Z and don't do this to us and don't do that to us is being used as a threat against administration. How does the
What
CJP
threat?
view
What
this
kind of
development?
threat? You tell me what happened in West Bengal. A man named Abdul, who has been a volunteer, worked for Cockroach Janata Party, not just for the party, but for the cause that we were fighting for. He went back to his village in Bankura district in Karisunda, where I was, and our team were there present for the past 3, 4 days. And all he did was he visited his school. He used his phone and he said, Principal sir, let me visit the school. I want to inspect the school. Instead of taking his concern into account, he carried forward that information to few BJP local goons, and they came onto his home. They dragged him out to a confined location. They beat him up. They beat up his father, who has now succumbed to death. Is this These are the main issues that we need to be talking about when government machinery is being used to kill people. The FIR, which was supposed to be lodged on 13th when the attack had happened, was lodged until 16th, till after his death of his father. That is the kind of administration that we are living under. That should be the focus. That should be the prime time debate, and that should what we be questioning. If some kid here and there had some statement, it's okay. Let it be. Forgive them. That's not the main issue here. Let's focus on who have taken oath of constitution, who have taken the responsibility, who are being paid by the salary, whose salary is being paid by us. They should be whom they are the people whom we need to be focusing on.
Yes.
And I'm very happy that Gen Alpha has come onto the streets now. You look at the amount of schools in Rajasthan where a school's roof has collapsed, and our team led by the national co-convener Ashutosh Ranka had visited. Until then, they were saying 6 months. We need 6 months to fix this. But after our team had visited, they said in writing that they'll fix it in 1 month. That is the impact of Cockroach Janata Party. And it's not just us, but it's the Gen Alpha that are going onto the streets demanding for what they want.
Right,
So it's
absolutely.
happening for good. Maybe few cases here and there, I agree, they do happen, and we don't encourage such things.
Okay, all right.